Big interesting topic for commercial real estate nowadays is what are the major disruptors? In fact, disruptor is a buzzword that's used in just about every industry. And if an industry doesn't have a disruptor somewhere, lurking to change business practices or so forth, then it's probably not worth talking about. So what are the disruptors in commercial real estate? Probably the biggest disruptor in the last 2 decades has been technology. And we started talking about this probably in the early to mid 1990s. And it wasn't just that people were going to be shopping online and there would be less need for shopping center space. Commercial real estate was viewed as a target for really all sorts of different types of technological changes that would reduce the need for space. For example, in the office market, people talked about how everybody was going to be working from home or working from their clients' offices or working from the local Starbucks, even though Starbucks wasn't nearly as big then as it was now. But the concept was we're going to need a lot less office space. Well, in a way that's probably true. We're building less now than we did 20 years ago on an annual basis, at a particular rate of increase. But the thing is, the industry has adapted to that. Vacancy rates continue to come down, rents go up, and there have been so many other changes in terms of the types of space that are popular. It's no longer suburban Class A space. It is, it's downtown towers. It's old industrial space adjacent to downtowns that's being occupied by technology companies and other creative companies. So the need is still there. It's just that the need has been transformed. The same thing is true on the industrial side. There was a study done probably around 1990, in the early 1990s, that talked about the RFID chip, radio frequency ID chip, and how there was going to be a lot less need for warehouse space because this chip was going to accelerate the movement of goods from the manufacturer to the retailer. So warehouse space was just going to be much less in demand. And the truth is, because of some of the changes in the retail market now, warehouse space is in greater demand than ever before. The industrial market is on fire. And a lot of that is due to the fact that retailers are occupying distribution space and instead of shopping center space. So shopping center construction is down, industrial construction is up, but industrial is as healthy as it's ever been. So technology is a disruptor. Well, maybe so, but the industry has really managed to find a way to accommodate that and to grow in spite of these, and really probably because of these technological changes. Another disruptor, a possible disruptor, would be the disappearance of the middle class. How is that impacting commercial real estate? And I would argue you see it in a city like Chicago, where I'm from, but I think every city has this. The downtown Chicago and the adjacent neighborhoods are doing just great. Millennials are flocking into those areas. Businesses are coming there. The city is growing, expanding, looks as vibrant as ever. But if you look at the west side, the areas west of downtown, and then on the south side of Chicago, those areas have been really devastated by the decline in manufacturing. And a lot of those manufacturers are no longer there, or they've moved to lower cost areas, maybe in the south, maybe in the state of Indiana. And there's a lot of empty space there. So there are certain, I guess you could say, winners and losers. There are certain areas that are more susceptible to major, demographic and middle class. Let's say the decline of the middle class. More areas that are susceptible to that. Some are doing well, some are not. It's not so really a question of the entire industry being disrupted. It's a question of certain areas that are feeling the impact, and commercial real estate developers and investors know that, and they respond accordingly. So my sense is that a lot of these disruptors, these mega changes, occur over time, sometimes over decades, and the industry is very nimble and able to accommodate those changes, interpret those changes, and shift to where the demand is. And so the industry does very well, I think, long term.